guys. Hey, guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing fine. I want to just go and check to see if I'm buffering really quickly. Let me move that over just so you can see the cover. Hey, we have a member. We have a member. And it's Brooklyn NY boy. How you doing? I'm good. Woo, I have to tell you about my day today. How's your day going? Hey, John W., how are you? Welcome to Hello World. How are you today? Am I buffering, guys, at all? Do I look crisp and fresh on the screen? So fresh and so screen. Hey. So fresh and so screen. How does it look? Let's see. Let's see. No buffering. Ooh, we have a member. We have a member. And it's the YT cheerleader. The one who needs a spork. Cause she'd rather eat a rice with a spoon, which is very illegal in eating world. You need a fork to eat some rice and beans. Hey, Burns. Woo! How you doing? Hey, Afro. How you doing? Great day for you at work. Yes. Okay. How did that go? Yes, we got to teach our friend Vernie how to eat with a fork. Yeah, she eats her rice with a spoon. Y'all. So wait, Afro, how was your work day? How was your work day? I'm excited to hear that, y'all. My day was crazy. My day was like, it had me like I'm not gonna lie, but I was in an anxiety-ridden state for like all day long. Okay, it didn't show most of the day, but like it was on an all-time high. Woo, boy. Super crazy. Yes, Verns. I couldn't even watch your lunch live. Verns Junk Closet goes live for lunch time chitty chat around noon or between noon and 1:30 every day. And I couldn't even pay attention. First of all, I was by myself at work and I couldn't even have my volume up because I couldn't hear anyway. So it was kind of hard. But Afro, I'm good. So let me tell y'all why y'all gathering all your thoughts together. Not your thoughts, but these thoughts together. I woke up this morning. I went to work. Work was good. It was good. I couldn't complain. I had a very stressful day. I can't go into details, but it was very stressful. I wasn't even on YouTube at all today. Only thing I was able to do was set the community tab, and that was it. Like, that was it. I didn't see nobody live. I didn't go on. It was bad. I didn't even post. I don't even think I posted anything for my business on any social media platform. If I did, I don't even remember. That's how busy it was. Again, because I was by myself. So it was busy in that way. And then I offered to stay later today because today was one of my coworkers' birthdays. And, naturally they had off, which is perfectly fine. But, I just wanted to cover just a little bit more if, I was needed. So my manager said she would appreciate that I stayed. So I stayed. And I didn't get off till about maybe 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's not a big deal, y'all. It really isn't a big deal. But the stress that I had to deal with, all I have to say, y'all, is your parents if you still have your parents and they good to you, like they good to you. My parent is so good to me. My parents are so good to me, and I appreciate. I said, listen, I have an emergency, but I don't want you to get all crazy. But I have an emergency, so when you get a chance, just call me. And thankfully I got my help that I needed. Hey, Alexis, dude, how you doing? Welcome to Hello World. And I noticed, guys, that there was a lot of clutter. There was a lot of clutter, and I cleaned up. I cleaned up a lot. I spent a lot of time cleaning, and it wasn't like it was messy, messy. It was just like stuff needed to be put in appropriate boxes. So that's why I named today's title "Never Be Too Busy." Never be too busy in your life to make sure everything else is running smoothly. Like, we can't neglect the simple things of life by just keeping on doing and doing and doing and doing. I've accumulated, y'all, I accumulated so many bags, paper bags, holiday bags, birthday bags. I'm like, oh, I'm going to use this, I'm going to reuse it for the next holiday. And it turns out that I had like all of this paper. I'm sure if I recycled it, I probably could have gotten at least $10 from all the paper that I had. Never be too busy to where we just keep on stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking things that are not necessary, right? Partially becoming a hoarder, right? Like, thankfully, that's not my situation, but like, I was just like, girl, I had paper bags this high because I was like, oh, I'm just going to use it for recycle. How often do I recycle? Right? Sometimes we have to put things in perspective. Like, how often do I really need to use this? It's kind of like a great way of putting things and keeping things in order. And remember, when you have things in order, your life flows better because there's no debris, there's no blockage. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Beers. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. Good to see you. Unfortunately, I don't have parents that treat me right. I'm alone on that part. Not a problem, but you have your extended family. You know what I mean? I'm organized at work, but not at home. Hey, Hilda, how you doing? That probably says a lot. Like, you can be organized for everyone else, but we neglect ourselves. That could be it. And I mean, who is the one person that we need to take care of most in order to be there for everyone else? Ourselves. Never be too busy, right? I understand, when it comes to being there for people, it's like you can drop anything you want, especially if it's people or a person that you really don't mind doing anything for. You know what I'm saying? You'll do whatever you have to do, but by the time you get to your own senses, you're like, oh, I'm tired. I'll do it tomorrow. That's such a neglectful thing that we do to ourselves. That's why we should never be too busy. Look around your homes, look around your cars, look around your favorite part of your house, look in your bathroom. How is everything in there? Is it organized or can it be tidied up? Sometimes a little tidying up can be all that you need. But leave enough time where you have the energy to want to tidy up and to want to look and reflect on yourself. Why is it so amazing to like really be like wanted and appreciated by people when you don't even do it for yourself, right? But we do it so instinctively. We always want to look good and to put on a great presentation, which can be an honest presentation, but it's still a presentation. But then when we have to do the presentation for ourselves by, looking in the mirror, we don't even want to pay 5 minutes to it. Hmm, getting dark over here. Whatever. Hold on, maybe if I do this, brighten me up. Hey, frugal mama, how you doing? Auntie mama, help is on the way. Help is on the way. I sure did get my help on the way. Auntie mama got my help today. Saved my life. Saved my life. Like literally. I mean, I can be a little bit, just a little tiny bit dramatic. What people say, like I don't even believe it, but that's just what they say. Just a little bit, just that much. But it's all right. Okay. And, maybe sometimes I can overreact and just a bit, just a tiny bit, not a lot. But I mean, come on, don't we all? But you have no idea how the anxiety has been lifted off of my shoulders. Just knowing that I was fully supported. And the only way we can be fully supported is if we ask for help. And think about it for yourself. Asking for her help externally, but asking for help internally. How many times do we put our hand out and say, please help? And I'm not talking about to people. How many times do we surrender and say, you know what? I can't right now. I can't deal with this. And really, because it's like it's something that you have to look at for yourself. Like I say, would recommend looking in the mirror. Throw your hands up. I need help. Because if you can convince you that you need help and that there's something not right, all of the help you need will come. Various forms in different ways. How it's going to come, no one knows, but it doesn't matter. It's still going to come. Help is on the way. I got that song from Auntie Mama, Auntie Mama's Kitchen. But we have to be willing to one, etch out the time. There's some things that we can't control. Like, okay, here's something that I know we can't control. If you have you know, if you have focusing issues, if you have an addiction to anything, if you have just problems looking at yourself or problems loving yourself or problems even establishing that you are worthy of yourself, of being in the space that you're in. If you have issues like that, of course, it's going to be hard to even attempt to say, you know what, I need help. Because guess what? That ego is right there saying, you don't need nobody. You got this. You can do it tomorrow. Knock that ego out. Ego and pride are brother and sisters, mother and father, son and daughter, whatever. Those are family ties that you don't need in your life. I know I always talk about the ego. At least more recently, I've been talking about the ego, like last 2, 3 months or so. And how I noticed that when I allow my ego to die down, honestly, what can you care about? What can really affect you when you really have died to your ego? What? Not much. So therefore, you'll be able to say, I have time to address these issues that I'm having. I have time to say and really it's more of a worthy thing, feeling worthy of your own self, feeling entitlement for yourself and the beauty of yourself. How many people can say I feel worthy of living in the skin that I'm in? I more recently was able to say that and really feel it, you know what I'm saying? But how many people are willing to admit that they're really willing to say, I'm worthy to be walking in the skin that I'm in, to be adorned with the hair on my head, with whatever additional things that I've been given or not? How many of us can agree to that and admit and still be like, oh, I still think I'm sexy? Not in a nasty way, but you know what I'm saying? Beautiful, beautiful from in here out. If you can't even put time aside to notice your own beauty, ooh, we got a problem. A real big problem. Mhm. Everybody's talking to each other. Hey, Marie. Hi, life and living. Hey, life with Nicole Marie. How you doing? Hey, BM. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see all of you guys. Just really, if you haven't started it yet, please just pay attention to you. Save room for yourself just a little bit. Save room to get to know who you're dealing with. Save room to understand what is going on because somebody else will. And you don't want to be taken advantage of because of what you got. They say people can see more about you than you can see in yourself. Now imagine if somebody saw the perfect gem that you really are and was able to take and exploit and take advantage of that just because you didn't save enough room to say, you know what? I am worthy. And you know what? I'm not going to accept whatever it is that you're trying to lead me down to doing or not. There's so many different variations and variables in life that the scenario can go. But please don't let people abuse and use your beauty, the essence of you. If you can't live your purpose, somebody else will take it from you. I mean, I honestly don't believe that somebody can take your purpose. I think they can delay it, possibly discourage you, but they can't physically take what you were supposed to do here. They can mimic it, but it's never going to be the same. So you got to do what you got to do. Get to know you. Save room to understand the inner workings of you. If there's any imbalance in your life, if you know about your imbalance first, then you'll know, or I believe God or whoever you believe in is going to lead you to where you can get a little bit more balance or help you to focus more so that that imbalance won't be as imbalancey to the world. But if you're not saving a little time just to appreciate yourself, who gonna do it? When have you ever heard of a really successful person, not only in finances, but in family and life and whatever else? When have you ever heard that they weren't secure in themselves? Ooh, that's part of the key. If you're not secure in yourself, how can you be equipped to handle anything really amazing? Let's parallel that. Wealthy people, I mean, outwardly we see their strength. Inwardly they may be dying, but outwardly they ain't no punk. And people fear that, or at least respect/fear. But when have you ever seen them like, yeah, timid and I don't really like myself? You can't be like that. They're maybe operating in their full purpose or maybe in their full potential. And then we have some nerve to look at them and glow and like stare and be like, oh, how dare you? At least they put the work in. Now imagine for those who are wealthy and seemingly looking like they have everything together, if they were suffering inside, imagine if they worked on themselves, how much more powerful they could be. We can't do half stepping. This is why I say we have to save room. We can't half step it no more. There's no time to be half stepping life, half stepping goals. Oh, I want to do this one day and then I'm discouraged, so I rather not. Oh, but I'm excited, but I can't. My age is my age won't permit it. Oh, but I just, I don't feel so good today. Do you really not feel good, or is it just you saying you got to get back into the routine of what you do normally every day around that same time, the day when you start to not feel good? Ooh, the more you understand you, I believe it will be the more you'll be confident and more humble and more willing to let your light shine, no matter how. And the less your ego will have a part in it. Like if you're really doing it for humanity, right? We have a lot of the wealthy too are very egotistical because maybe they don't know how to tap in. Maybe that's what they're lacking. Some of them are more humble. I don't know. Have any of you met a billionaire before? I've met a few. Some of them I'm just like, oh, I don't want your money. Like, if that's how you're going to be, I don't want your life at all. I'd rather be the penny in the bottom of your pocket than to have to live and deal like that. I'm just saying. How many of you who you can honestly say, like, I see where they're coming from. I see their struggles. Then we get to judge them. Maybe we wouldn't judge as much if we really knew what was going on in some of their lives. The ones that are not confident in themselves, that somehow make it. But how long can you hang off of just making it? That's for all of us. How long can we hang off of just making it day by day versus actually doing it because you did the work and you're doing your purpose and you're actually happy? I've seen more happy people who are more wealthy than rich people who were brokenhearted, broken in spirit. Only I bet they wish they could be you. Have you ever thought about that? Having all that peace of mind and having people genuinely like you and respect you, not worrying about too many people trying to throw you off of your game just to take your place. Hmm. Hey P and Q, how you doing? Hustler TV, how you doing? My confidence right now comes from me getting fit. Yes. Let me tell you, Afro, it's them endorphins that you're awakening. Awakening. That's what it is. All of that stuff that's been dormant, just sitting there, is now moving. All of that stale blood that's just been sitting there, not getting a lot of oxygen to it, is moving. That's why exercising is really important. You feel different. Like, y'all notice the difference when I'm like, oh, dragging along versus when I'm just like full of energy. You can tell, like, oh, yeah, she probably ain't been to the gym in a week or so. That's how you can tell. And it's just like an automatic thing. It's not like you don't have to think about it. It's just like, oh, wow. You know what I mean? It just flows because you're moving, you're letting your body move with the rhythm. And when it's moving with the rhythm, you're more in sync. Ah, and you're doing to that music that we can't hear, but subconsciously we're flowing with it. And then all of this gets happy. All of this gets happy. So yeah, that's the benefits. That's the way I think about exercising anyway. It's very detailed, but you know what it is. The rich people have some issues as regular person. They are miserable. Some of them are, yes. Hey Shay's Faith, how you doing? Welcome to Hello World. I'd rather be poor and happy rather than rich and miserable, right? Rich, miserable, and somebody threatening to rob you or to kidnap your kid or you or some of your family members. They got real issues. Unless you could be a wealthy person that's not in the spotlight. See, there's a plenty of wealthy people. There are plenty of wealthy people who have money that you would never think they have money because guess what? The happiness doesn't come from that inanimate object. The happiness is probably coming from what they can do with it. Put it back into communities and society. Put it back into their families. Put it back into whatever philanthropical thing that they do. I made that word up. Being a philanthropist. There's many things like there are many things that wealthy people can do to contribute. Let's not forget about those who do that. You know what I mean? A lot of them do give. And we don't even know what their ends look like, meaning their money. None of us can really know if the next person is wealthy or not. I don't care how anybody's dressed, financially wealthy. I don't care how they're dressed. You have no idea. Somebody could be walking right by you with $2,000 cash in their pocket, and that's just pocket change for them. And they don't have to be dressed all flashy. But they may be happy because they're giving back to their communities, or maybe they just volunteered their time helping someone else, or maybe they just added an additional part to their company that's going to make the community better without necessarily needing a whole huge profit. I think also people need to realize your cap in life financially, there is one. You don't need to live past it. You don't have to have billions. When are you going to go through $1 billion? And when is the next generation of your family going to go through $1 billion? It's not going to happen. So when is enough enough? And the same thing too. When is enough being depressed? When is enough being sad? When is enough accepting the pitiful things that we throw in our own faces? When is enough when we're tired of not living our purpose? When is it enough? When is it enough to stop having excuses not to go fix certain things that can be fixed? When is it enough? When is enough enough? When we are tired of not being able to look at ourselves in the mirror and appreciate what God, your maker or your creator, gave you. When is enough enough? Stop being scared. Be bold. I challenge you all to be bold and do something that you never thought you could do. Be bold, do it. When is it enough that we will no longer not love our nature? When is it enough not to leave trash around all over the place? Not to leave our houses looking a shamble? Not to let our bedrooms look a shamble? Not to let our friendships dwindle away? Not to let our relationships dwindle away? Not to let our spouses go without trying at least to work it out? To not give enough in your job? To not give your best performance in your job? To not try your business? if that's what you desire. All of us have different desire. And when is it okay? When is enough to say, you know what, just because my thinking is a little different from everyone else's, it's okay. When is it enough to say, if I'm not accepted, that's okay? When is enough to say, if I've been rejected, it's okay. I'm not going to be upset about it. I just know just wasn't meant to be. Sorry, there's music going by. When is enough? When is it enough not to start smiling from here to here to here? When is enough to say, you know what? I'm not going to be complaining no more. I'm not going to keep on having this chip on my shoulder. I'm not going to be like it's everybody else, and to face myself and to face what I'm afraid of most, which is yourself. Everybody, I believe we're more afraid of ourselves than we could be afraid of anyone else. If you're afraid of yourself, you're definitely going to be afraid of everyone else. But if you're confident in yourself, there's nothing that anyone else could say or do that's going to really hurt you. It may like ruffle your feathers a little bit, but it's not going to hurt you to the core where you're like, oh my gosh, I just broke down. I'm broke down. Hey, Tuba Chat, how you doing? Choir ready to sing. I'm just saying, when is it enough to say, you know what? I don't have to have the latest things. I don't have to have the latest clothing, electronics, telephones, cars, just to fit in with society. My house don't have to be big. I'm not afraid to say I live in an apartment versus a house or a one bedroom or a studio. Or I live in a house, but it's a one family house. It's not two family. It's not a mansion. Or I'm not making the kind of money that I'm supposed to be making, and I'm not afraid anymore to go look for another job or even start my own business. See, true confidence starts from within. And if you don't want to work or save time to work on that, who are you going to blame? Ghost yourself. Oh, I just said ghost yourself. You be ghosting yourself. You be ghosting your own self. Why you ghosting your own self? Enough people could do that for you. Don't ghost yourself. Save room to be present and to love everything about you. So everyone respects you. And even if they don't, who cares? Because your ego is like this much. And it really doesn't faze you if they don't care. Because you don't care. You know that it's more important to leave your hand in a pocket, saying that you're giving back to humanity. That's what's important. Leaving a legacy that everybody can see from 20 to 30 to 100 years from now, possibly. I'd rather be effective than popular. That's one of my quotes. But if you are effective, doesn't matter if you're popular because you're going to have an imprint. You'll be a fossil. And then people will uncover you. And they'll want to do a history of you. This is what they did. Then they may want to do a movie about your life. And then the rest of the world will understand who you are and were. if you happen to still be alive or dead, one or the other. That's a legacy. But the only way you can start living your legacy that's worthy of transporting is if you get to know you, getting to know all about you, ah, getting to respect you, even if you don't think anyone else will. You get it? Mm. I believe anyone can build the confidence they need or desire, but you literally have to say to yourself, I am a confident person. You do. You do. You do. If you can't even believe it, how are you going to do it? You know how they say you do things and keep on repeating it over and over and that to become something? I'm confident. I'm confident. I'm confident. Look at yourself. I'm confident. I'm confident. I'm confident. I'm going to. I'm doing. I am. I am. Not I'm going to. I am. I am. I am. I'm confident. I'm confident. I'm cute. I'm sexy. Whatever. Fill in the blank. However it's supposed to go. But it's high time that we stop allowing distractions to hold us back. You can be distracted by trying to be distracted so you don't have to look at yourself. Look at how many things that we do to distract ourselves from ourselves. We watch TV, we invest in the television, we invest in things that help us stay far away from the reality of looking at yourself. Hmm. Always been different, natural hair, tall, friendly, choosy about who I let in your life. Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because guess what? You won't have to be choosy if you're flowing in your purpose because everything that's supposed to be for you will come to you. You know, that's the thing that they say. You know, you can attract whatever. You attract your tribe. You attract, that's what they say, which is very true. How in here is how out here is going to look. So save room for some love in yourself. Save room to get to know who you are. Because if you do, I guarantee you'd be confident and loving, and you'll love humanity too. There's no way in the world you can be healthily confident without understanding the beauty of nature. You can't. At least that's what I believe. It's not possible because you will respect life. And when you respect life, you'll even respect the ground that you walk on that holds you up. You know, I talk about that all the time. At least I did like way back in the earlier stages of Hello World. When you have respect for life, it's not only about humans that you can speak to or see, but it's the very molecules that you breathe and it makes you, the gravity that you are able to have, the plants that can grow even through rock. That's dope. The sand that just doesn't stop. It can get wet, but it's still sand. It'll dry out and it'll still be sand. You ever notice that? Sand don't go away. No matter how much you try to wash the beach away, sand is always going to be there. Ooh, I didn't really think about that till just now. Soil. Soil never goes away either. Behind the concrete or underneath the concrete and asphalt is what? Soil. Earth. And as long as there's earth and a little bit of root, something's going to grow. So think of yourself as a little root that the more confident you are, the more time you spend in nurturing that, you're going to grow. Mhm. Hey, DC, what? How you doing? Oh, yeah, y'all. Thank you, DC. Just seeing you made me remember. No problem, Brooklyn. This Sunday, guys, please, if you're not doing anything at 6 p.m., we're having the second annual YouTube conference. It's going to have DC World's husband, Trap Vision World 3D. Life of Nicole Marie's going to be in the house talking. Catherine with Friends will be talking. Vern's Junk Closet will be talking. And if you don't know, Proud Mixed Child will be talking. They are all going to be talking about ways that they have survived life, maybe in their very own personal ways they will share. Y'all, we can be free from other people's testimonies and other people's experiences. At least, if not for anything, it can make us more humble with loving and appreciating ourselves. That's this Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on right here on Be the Difference Clothing channel. So please consider, if you haven't already done so, um, setting your reminder. And if you want the flyers there, you can share it on your other social media platforms. But I know it's going to be an amazing thing. I know they're going to talk, whatever they talk about is going to be very good and impactful. So just come here around 6 p.m. I don't think it's going to be too long, maybe 2 hours tops, if that, depending on how it's flowing. But definitely consider coming out to that, guys. I've always been about humanity, and we can heal from each other just by being in each other's presence. We can heal. That's what I believe, and I know that at least you guys will have a different variety of people here outside of me just always talking at you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be amazing. I know it's going to be an amazing day and or evening. I know there are plenty other people who have amazing stories as well, but these were the people that came to mind and they said yes. So please, if you can, go and set your reminder and come back on Sunday. Of course, I'll be here. We have 42 minutes anyway. Um, yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Hey Chef, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to Hello World. It's gonna be a good evening. Um, and I want to try to do this every year. So if you ever want to be a part of it, it doesn't have to be in September. It just happened to falling into place. I was like, oh yeah, we ain't start planning that yet. So that's why it's in September. But and guys, also too, um, what else is coming up? Oh, check out some videos if you haven't for Hello Be the Difference Clothing. I have shorts. I have a lot of different things, so feel free to check those out. Share them out with family and friends if you'd like. Um, I have a Telegram group that I'm primarily going to post coupons to the website only. So if you're interested in purchasing items from Be the Difference Clothing, go there. I have an audio book now, and this book, and of course, I don't know where the other book is. And then the fifth book that I just released. So they're audio versions. You can always look at the description of this live if you would like to purchase the audio version. I am the narrator. Yes, it's me. And if you want to fall asleep to a melodious sound of myself, go ahead, download it. You can possibly get it for free too. Okay, so, or if you like hardcore paper, you can also buy it on the website too. Azriel, Shine with Mommy. Oh, I like that name. How you doing? Welcome to Hello World. Good to see you. And you never know who you might entertain, guys. I told you, and your name kind of reminds me of someone. I know I probably pronounced it wrong, but there was a really huge entertainer that was in my chat maybe a year ago. And I knew it was them. Long story short, numbers don't always add up right for me. Okay. I may have the views. Okay. The views don't always add up right for me. So you never know who is in your chat. And you never know who may watch the replay. So don't get caught up in like, oh, well, maybe she only has like 2,000 subscribers, or, all that stuff doesn't really matter. And think about it too. Like, I guess I'm talking to myself right now. Think about it too. Like, if one person is impacted, that means that 20 others have been as well. Because once one person's life changes, all the other people that they're immediately connected to, their lives change too. When your attitude shifts, so does all of the people that you're immediately connected to. Trust me. That's why humanity is connected. So while it seems little here, big people do come through. I'm not talking about like famous YouTubers. I'm talking about entertainers. You know what I mean? So, and then, the bushes people, I don't know who's in the bushes. You always see my hands here. I don't check to see who's here. I don't know. And whatever. I just appreciate your support. Whoever comes through, you have no idea. Like, I always say this. More recently, I've said this. Like, to actually chisel a piece of your life out, to insert it right here on Be the Difference Clothing. For me, in the chat, when you chat, that's a big deal, because you're taking maybe a breath of your life that could be gone somewhere else just to spend it here with me. You're taking the energies that you have just to spend it here with me. That's a big deal. So I appreciate that. And if you're in the bushes, I appreciate that too. I never go back. Like, I don't go back and check. It's just, I don't know. And let me stop talking before I just talk myself out of the nowhere. But the idea for today's conversation is to save room and never be too busy to look at yourself and to heal from yourself inflicted wounds, okay? Because sometimes we do that to ourselves. And to honestly, just like Tuber said, talk yourself into your confidence. Talk yourself until you're so confident that if you're left alone standing on a hill by yourself, you'll still feel like you have a million people there. Have you ever felt that? Even when you're physically by yourself, you still have a million people right there. That's how confident and how secure and how in tune with yourself you should be. Numbers no longer matter. The effect does. Somebody's crying. Great way to look at it. Oh, happy. Yes. Anyway, y'all, we have 48 minutes. I don't want to hold you up too much longer, but Octavia, how you doing? Good to see you. Don't forget, set the reminders. Come back on Sunday, 6 o'clock. Shop Be the Difference, LLC.com for some of your inspirational needs. Yes. My anxiety is all the way back down now that my life is back in order. And there's always room for improvement. Remember that too. Be hard, but don't be too hard to realize that you have a leeway to be improving yourself. And that's it. Really, that's it. I thank you. I appreciate you. May all, I'm going to leave this at this. May everything that you touch be blessed beyond your own comprehension. All of you guys here in the chat and in the bushes, if there's anybody in the bushes, may everything that you touch be blessed beyond your comprehension. May love abound in you. May you be filled with nothing but goodness. And may goodness always come back to you. That's my desire for you. May you be blessed. Whatever you do with the rest of your evening, your morning, your night, wherever you are, never give up. Never give up giving a chance at your own life. It's never too late. Doesn't matter what you have been through, what you're going through, it's never too late. Please remember that. If someone like me can be standing in front of you, then someone like you can be standing in front of someone else. Okay. Oh man. I'm here on Hello World. We on episode 806, right? Or 805, one of them days. We're almost to 1,000 episodes, guys. Almost. 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 Yes. Sooner than you know, we'll be at 900. Yo, I think I don't know what I'm gonna do once we hit 900. Once we hit 900, I think I'm gonna be dancing every day. Dancing in the street? Nah, I don't know. But I thank you guys for being a part of this journey. We'll have a big party or something, okay? We'll have a big party. And anybody would be welcome to come because all of you have been here and played some part in Be the Difference being what the company is right now. So I appreciate you. You are beautiful and amazing. Please don't forget that. And until we meet again, my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. I thank you, and I hope that we see each other soon. And I am signing out on another episode of Hello World.